ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। सुमुखश्च एकदन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकः लम्बोदरश्च विकटो विघ्नराजो विनायकः धूमकेतुर्गणाध्यक्षः फालचन्द्रो गजाननः वक्रतुण्डः शूर्पकर्णो हेरम्बः स्कन्दपूर्वजः शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये यस्य द्विरदवक्त्राद्या पारिषद्या परस्सतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय अक्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे कृष्णद्वैपायनं व्यासं सर्वभूतहिते रतं वेदाब्जभास्करं वन्दे समाधिनिलयं मुनिं जन्माद्यस्य यतः अन्वयात् इतरतश्च अर्थेषु अभिघ्नः स्वराट् तेने ब्रह्मसदायः आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः तेजोवारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोचितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तुशिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैः ईश्वरः सद्यः हृदि अवरुध्यतेः अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिः तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिकाः भुवि भावुकाः यं प्रव्रजन्तम् अनुपेतम् अपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवः अभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि यः स्वानुभावम् अखिलसुतिसारम् एकम् अध्यात्मदीपम् अतितितीर्षतां तमोन्धम संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुम् उपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। Now, with Bhagavan's grace, let us continue from where we left off. We came up to slokam number 19 in Adhyayam 11, Skandam number 4. Swayambhuva Muni is giving a much needed, very important, fundamental advice, beneficial teaching to his grandson. Last slokam was Taha Anantaha Antakaraha Kalaha Anadihi Adikrit Avyayah Janam Janena Janayan Marayan Mrutyuna Antakam. Talking about that Bhagavan. Okay. Now he continues in slokam 20. He says, this Bhagavan approaches or deals or interacts or relates to, treats everyone in the same way as, that's what time does. Kalam teaches you, treats you, me and everyone, including a jantu, including a snail. It treats exactly the same way, no partiality. No partiality, no preference, no like, no dislikes. Same way. Like that, he is in the form of time. For him, there is no one that belongs to him and there is no one that does not belong to him. That kind of a difference is not there at all. There is no one like that for him. When a wind blows, all the dust and all follows the wind, just like that. All the jantukal, the pranigal, all the beings completely dependent upon him, like the way the dust follows the wind, because being dependent on the wind, like that, the jantukal who are without any independence, they're dependent on him. They always follow this Paramatma. They're all moving about. This is so true. Even though we think we're moving away and all that, every one of us is on the path back to the lotus feet only, without us doing anything about it. Okay, all we are doing is experiencing and experiencing. Do that. That's all. It is guaranteed. It is assured. Bhagavan says, Swami says, once you say yes to me, you're mine forever. It's improbable. Our destiny. Our destiny is to reach back home, to merge in the one that each one of us is. Back to myself. That is the destiny. So like that, we say all the beings are only running about. They're all following him like the way a dust follows the wind. Naha vai svapakshaha asya vipaksha eva va parasya mrutyoho visatah samam prajaha tam davamanam anudhavanti anisa yatha rajamsi anilam bhuta sangha na vai svapakshaha asya vipaksha eva va parasya mrutyoho visatah samam prajaha tam dhavamanam anudhavanti anisa yatha rajamsi anilam bhuta sangha yatha rajamsi anilam bhuta sangha na vai svapakshaha asya vipaksha eva va parasya mrutyoho visatah samam prajaha tam dhavamanam anudhavanti anisaha yatha rajamsi anilam bhuta sanghaha. Prajaha, the vartegal, the sentences, so we can understand it. Prajaha samam visataha. Prajaha samam visataha. Prajaha, all the beings that are born. Okay, prajaha. Ja means to take birth. Pra from the Supreme. Right? From Supreme Bhagavan. So that's why we're all called prajas. Okay, prajaha samam visataha. All the beings approaching them, treating them, relating to them, dealing with them, whatever English word we want to say, in the same manner, that means lovingly. Bhagavan is only full of love. Everyone he treats only with love, same love, no difference, no partiality. Like that, and what approaches, what treats every being the same way without any difference. Mrutyoho asya parasya. Mrutyoho means we think God of death. It's also time. Kalam is actually the mrutyu. Kalam is the one that creates, that also brings an end to things. We all know that, right? So mrutyoho asya parasya, asya this, parasya this supreme being, parasya this Bhagavan, for this supreme being, asya parasya, for this supreme being, for this Bhagavan, in the Bhagavan, who is mrutyoho, who is in the form of mrityu, in the form of time itself. And what does time do? What does mrityu do? Which is, we call it as death. You know, the time comes, all of us goes. There's no difference. It treats everybody the same way. That mrityoho prajaha samam visataha. That mrityoho asya parasya, that Bhagavan, Swapakshah, Vipakshah eva va. Swapakshah, Vipakshah eva va. Va means or. Swapakshah, oh, he belongs to me, he is mine. Vipakshah, no, he is different, somebody else. Like that, na vai. There is not anything like that. There is nothing that is Swapakshaha, there is nothing that is Vipakshaha. See, the moment I say the mine, that means this is mine, that means something else is not mine. It is understood. Whereas there is nothing like that. Time, who belongs to time and who doesn't belong to time, you tell me. It is like that way. Bhagavan is like that. That is what love is. Love actually has no season, no reason, no birth, no death, no difference, no partiality, no differentiation whatsoever. This is the beauty of prema, of Bhagavan. No difference. So, na vai, there's nothing like that. Now, rajamsi anilam yatha. Rajamsi, all the dust particles. Anilam means wind. Anal means fire. Anilam, anilaha. Analaha, anilaha. Analaha means fire, Agni. Anilaha means Vayu. Okay? So, Anilaputran, we say for Hanuman, right? So, Rajamsi Anilam Yatha, how the dust particles follow the wind, like that. Anisaha. Anisaha, very important. The Anathanatha is one thing. Anathanatha, if you take the word Anadi, we say Anatha. Anadi means without beginning. Anatha means, that means without any supporter, without anybody to take care of you. So we say, Bhagavan, when we worship him, Anatha-nathaya namaha, we say, for me, who can take care of me in this world, really? Who can really support me? As we saw Dhruva's mother telling him, the only person who can really, really protect you and take care of you is Sriman Narayana. Go to him. Nobody else has got the power to do it, or the ability, or the interest, or the opportunity, or the wherewithal. No. Only Bhagavan can help you. This is the truth for everyone, you, me, and everybody. So we are all anathas. But actually, we are all, truly speaking, we are all not anathas. Like we think we don't have support. No. There is one natha for us. Anatha, nathaya namaha. That Bhagavan who is my natha, I think I don't have any support. I think I'm forlorn. Who's going to take care of me? No. Bhagavan takes care. That is anatha, nathaya. But true anatha, the one without anybody above him, no boss, no master above him, that is Bhagavan. He is a true anatha, but he is our natha. Now, anisaha, isaha. Now, isaha is the master. Isa, we say. Now, here, anisaha, it is plural. That means, what does it mean? Isa means one who is a master, who is the one who is completely independent. Who can be a true master? One who is completely independent can be a true master, right? If you're dependent on something or somebody or whatever, something to happen or whatever it may be, then you're really not a master. You cannot be an Isa. Isa is somebody who is completely independent. Okay, everything else is dependent on him. Now, Anisaha refers to people like you and me, people who are not independent. We are all dependent. Anisaha, Bhuta Sangaha. All these various forms, the gross forms that we see, you, me, and various other jantukal, other animals, and all the other beings in the world. Anisaha, because we really do not have independence. What do we do? Just like the way the dust particles follow the wind, Dhavamanam tam anudhavanti. Dhavamanam tam. That Bhagavan. Now, Dhavamanam is a beautiful word. Very important to understand this. The very first line in Rigvedam is also devotes. Okay, very, very important. Okay. the it says Agnimide Purohitam. That's why the very first phrase in Rigvedam is that Agnimile, Agnimide it says, okay, Agnimide Purohitam, Purahitam. Pura means in the front. Hitam, doing benefit. So, Bhagavan is always running ahead of me to protect me. Please understand. If I take one step forward, before I take the step there, he is there, making sure I don't fall. If I take one step backward, he is there, ahead of me, making sure I don't fall. This is physically I'm talking about. In everything, before I get into a car and start driving, whatever it may be, before I go to sleep, before I eat, before I start putting food in my mouth, Bhagavan is waiting there as Vaisvanara in my stomach, ready to digest it, so to give me nutrition. So this is something very important to understand. This is how Bhagavan protects us. He's always ahead, like the way it happened to Tyagaraja, how Rama and Lakshmana are always one ahead of him to protect him. Okay, with all the bow and the string drawn all the way to their ears, they are ready, one step ahead, always. Okay, and that is why the word Dhava Manam is used. Tam means that Bhagavanai. Tam, that Bhagavanai. Okay, who is completely independent, who is Mrityoho Asya Paramatma. Okay, now that Bhagavanai, Tam, that Bhagavan. What kind of a Bhagavan is that? While he is completely independent, he is also Dhava Manam. Now, literally translating means running here and there. But what does this mean? Bhagavan is present everywhere. So where does he have to run? No. The running here and there is in relation to me running here and there. So he is ahead of me to protect me. And with that, Bhagavan, Dhavamanam Tam, what do? Anudhavanti. We only follow him. Naturally, if I want to take one step forward, Bhagavan is already there. So I am following him. Whatever I do, I am following him only because he's ahead of me there. Dhava, he's already run. He's already waiting for me there. Okay? This is beautiful relationship between us and Bhagavan. There is nothing in our life, nothing in this world, nothing in this prapanjam, nothing in our accumulation of wealth or achievements or whatever it may be that I can claim to be really, really my own. Because before I did that, Bhagavan has already done that for me. He's there. This is true in all fields, including when I breathe my last, Bhagavan is there to receive me. This is the unbelievable how Bhagavan Vyasa describes what Bhagavan is. Dhavamanam tam anudhavanti. Okay? So we're all following in his footsteps only. That what Swami Manu tells him. So for this Bhagavan, there's no partiality. He appears as a Kalarupi, as a Mrityu, the Mrityu Rupam. Yes, he comes, but without any partiality, no likes, no dislikes. Can you believe the unbelievable it is? When the sun shines, does it have partiality? Does it say that you belong to me and you don't belong to me? No. That is what love is. Same way. Everybody the same way. Like when a gentle breeze blows, does it prefer you over me? No. The same thing in nature, in prapanjam. Everything is impartial. No this way or that way. Only we bring it in human beings because of our likes and dislikes, we create havoc. Okay? So that Bhagavan, the same way dust particles follow the wind, we are all following him. Dhavamanam tam Anudhavanti. The very first teaching, beautiful teaching he gives. Na vai sapakshah asya vipakshah eva va parasya mrityoho visatah samam prajaha tam dhavamanam anudhavanti anisaha. Anisaha, we are all dependent. Anisaha, without independence. So we are following him. There is no individual, independent path that I can really chart out for myself. Please understand. Before I think I've charted out something for me, Bhagavan is already there. He's ahead of me. He's the one who's making me think, making me plan, making me do everything. They differentiate between the right and the good, the permanent, the temporary. He's the one who's also prodding me. No, you're not being loving. You're being crude. You're being cruel. Watch your words. Watch your conduct. Everything is one step ahead. Okay? So that is what he says here. Tam davamanam anudhavanti anisaha yatha rajansi anilam bhutasangaha. Now 21. Now, when Bhagavan is Sudantran, complete Swarat, as we say right in the beginning, first prayer of Srimad Bhagavatam, Swarat, we say that Bhagavan is the Swarat, truly independent, and whereas we all are limited, dependent upon him. For us, the same Bhagavan either increases our lifespan or decreases it or limits it. All our lifespans are limited. For some people, they have an increased amount. Some people, they have a decreased amount. If Bhagavan does it, is what he says in this slokam. Ayushaha apachayam jantoho tataiva upachayam vibhuhu ubhabhyam rahitaha svastaha dustasya vidatati asau. Ayushaha apachayam jantoho tatayeva upachayam vibhuhu ubhabhyam rahitaha svastaha dustasya vidadhati asau. Vibhuhu ubhabhyam rahitaha svastaha asau. Vibhuhu ubhabhyam rahitaha svastaha asau. Asau, in the Paramatma virke, for this Paramatma. Asau, because he's talking about this Bhagavan, right? So Asau means for this Paramatma, who is Vibhuhu. He's all expansive, present everywhere. Vibhuhu, Vyapakan, the Sarva Vyapi. Ubhabhyam Rahitaha is also without two. There is no two in him. There is only one. Ubhabhyam. Ubhav means two. Ubhabhyam Rahitaha. Rahitaha means without. Without two. That is what it says. Advitiyam Brahma. Advitiyam Brahma. Not two. Brahma is not two. Okay? Please understand that is what we call Advaitam, right? Advaita philosophy and all, you would have heard the name. Dvaitam, Vishishtadvaitam, Advaitam. So Bhagavan is Advaitam. Advitiyam Brahma. Brahma is not two, only one. Okay? So Ubhabhyam Rahitaha, without two, there is no growth, there is no decrease, there is no decline. It's constant. This is Purnam Adaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Mudachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Vasishyate. This is full, that is full. You take from full, still what remains is full. You cannot add to it, you cannot subtract from it, nothing. It's always full only. Ubhabhyam Rakitaga, only one, fullness, bliss, prema. So Vibhuhu, that Vyapakan, all pervasive, Ubhabhyam Rahitaha, Svastaha, Svastaha, Staha, Svastaha, Staha. Staha means independent. Svastaha means completely master of himself, independent. Then Asau, that this Paramatma, for this Paramatma, not for this Asau, this Paramatma, Dustasya Jantoho. Jantukal means means people who are born. All the pranigal, all the beings, everything is a Jantu. Okay? In this prapanchan. So those, all the Jantukal or Dustasya. Swasti, this is different from that Swasti we see in Vedic Mantra. That means all beneficial things happen, all Mangalam. This is fully independent. Dustasya means people who are dependent, who are not independent, who are bound by something else, by the laws. For those, Dustasya Jantoho, for the beings who are all bound, for those beings, Asau, this Paramatma, who is Fastaha, who is fully independent, Vabhyam Rahitaha, who is only one, not two, Vibhuhu, who is present everywhere, this Paramatma, Dustasya Jantoho, for those Jantukal Pranihal who are bound, the bondage as we call it, okay? Ayushaha Apachayam, lifespan, decreasing the lifespan. Tatayeva, in the same way, Ayushaha Upachayam, increasing the lifespan. Also, Vidadhati, he grants, he gives. Some people live for 100, some people pass away at the age of 10. Okay? So this Bhagavan does this. Some people live long time, some people live only short. Bhagavan grants that. For some people, it is apachayam ayushaha, decreased lifespan. For others, it is upachayam ayushaha, increased lifespan. He only grants it without any partiality. Ayushaha apachayam jantoho tatayeva upachayam vibhuhu. Ubhabhyam rahitaha svastaha dustasya vidatati asau. Now, the question will come, my God, Swami, if you're not partial, how come you do all this, all these things, we talk. But Bhagavan looks at it in impartial outlook. From his vision, he knows what happened in the past, what's happening in the present, what's going to happen in the future. So he grants correspondingly. Please understand, please, very important. Bhagavan is absolutely, only one entity that is impartial is Bhagavan, Prema. Love is absolutely impartial, all inclusive. Okay, so 22. Kechit karma vadanti yenam svabhavam pare nrupa eke kalam pare daivam pumsaha kamam uta pare. Kamam uta apare. Kechit karma vadanti yenam svabhavam pare nrupa. Svabhavam apare nrupa eke kalam pare daivam pumsaha kamam uta apare. Now, apare means others. Now, naturally, when some people live for a short time, some people live for a long time, and we say there is one Bhagavan, there's only one, and he's impartial. How come this is happening like this? That's what we think. See, in our limited mind, that is being answered here. He says, a Nripa, a king, Manu is telling, Yenam, this entity, this Bhagavan who sets it like this, who actually, when you say Vidadati, he grants, he makes it happen like this. And karma, some people say, oh, it is all their karma palan. They live for a long time. And some people say it's live for a short time. It's all his karma. That's what Kechit, some people say. Some people, kechit vadanti. Kechit karma vadanti. Some people say this is karma. Apare, some others, svabhavam vadanti. So, some others say, no, this is nature. Nature is like this. Yeke, some others, kalam vadanti. Oh, it's all time. Time does it. Okay. See, a baby takes 9 to 10 months to before it's born. Everything has got time. And you plant a tree, sapling in the backyard, you may get a good vegetable in a matter of 3 months. Let us say a tomato in 3 months. Whereas if you want mango, it takes a longer time. Like that. Everything is time. Some people say, eke kalam vadanti. Pare, others, daivam vadanti. Oh, it's all Deva Sayal, it's all divine doing. I really don't know. Like that. Uta, on top, some others also, additionally, apare, some others, pumsaha kamam. This is all the desire of that man. Whoever passed away, he decided he wants to live only for this long. You see, so many ways we all talk. This is what he's saying in this slokam. Even today we say like this only. Isn't it? It's amazing how Vyasa Bhagavan says what we are doing even today. Kechit karma vadanti yenam. This, some people living short time, some people living long time, like that. Then, svabhavam apare vadanti. It is all nature. This, other people say, Nripa, O king. Yeke kalam vadanti. Some people say, oh, it's all time that is doing this. And pare daivam vadanti. Some others say, oh, it's all deva sayal. It's all divine will. And apare pumsaha kamam. Uta, additionally, apare others, pumsaha kamam. It is all his own desire. So this is how this is taking place. Kechit karma vadanti yenam svabhavam apare nrupa eke kalam pare daivam pumsaha kamam uta apare. Now our time is up, so we will stop here today with Bhagavan's grace. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu. Samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu. Samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.